Yeah, as I said before, knowing the difference between bad riding styles or ways or methods, and the other correct right ways of riding or training horses, and this way of riding, which is in my opinion the best way of riding, is going to be very clear when you ride the horse, or when they all ride the horse in the same exact situation and there is a real disagreement between them and the horse. To know the good doctor compared to other doctors, you see all of them in a very tough situation. You know, the difference between very good drivers, you see them in a very tough situation when they are driving and so on. One of the tough situations in leading, for example, or even in body language, biting. When the horse bites the rider, he tries to move at you, bite you, then move away and run away while biting you, or just bite you and run away. A good rider in this method of riding reacts to the horse's attack or movement in the right way. So my hand accuracy, dealing with his pulling, his giving in, his leaning, like I explained it before in the book and the videos, makes the horse do the complete opposite of what he wanted. So the horse wanted to attack and bite. My correct reaction to him makes him stop and move away from me. So 70 to 90% of what he wanted to do did not happen. What happened is the complete opposite. In other correct ways of riding, they control the horse inside the zone they gave him. Do not pull, but inside that space, do whatever you want. So inside that space in the rein or in the rope, he can bite and run away and do exactly what he wanted inside the space, especially if it's a flexible, talented horse. Does not use strength, uses speed and flexibility. If you try to make that looseness in the rein or rope smaller or tighter, he will fight you back and do what he's doing in a rough way. So either I do it inside the space and you allow me to do it and deal with it with your body, or I will attack you more when you try to make the looseness tighter and use strength against you. So he will be able to reach to you, bite you and move away, and there is nothing you can do to stop him. So you have to keep up with him with your body language, which means he's faster, he's stronger, and you will struggle. Bad riders or trainers will not be able to stop him at all, or stop him from moving away from them after he bites them at all, because there is no real control anyways. So what do you think when there is real disagreement? So one of us made the horse do the opposite or the complete opposite of what he wanted to do. That is the best way of riding, real control and real disagreement. Other ways of riding, controlled within limit, which means it's a correct way of riding, but it's not the best in real disagreement, in real situations. Other ways of riding did not control him in normal situations. What makes you think you will control him in a much tougher situation? That goes for other bad behaviors that the horse does when you are riding him. Rearing up, bolting, bucking, and so on. The horse does something toward the direction, then wants to do the complete opposite to another direction. For example, he wants to rear up backwards, he moves forward, then throws himself up and backwards. Bad riders use strength, so he will be successful at pulling forward, then rearing up. Other correct ways of riding give him a loose rein, so he will be able to do it inside the looseness. And if you want to kill that looseness by making the rein tighter, he will fight you back and do what he wanted in a rough way or a loose way. I'm doing it anyways. In this way of riding, when he pulls forward, you react in the right way, so you stop him from moving forward in a rough way. When he moves suddenly backwards and you collect as much as he has given you, not more or less, he will end up stopping in his place and losing his balance instead of doing what he wanted. So a horse who wants to rear up with you will end up moving forward or backwards. A horse who wants to change his direction suddenly with you will end up to stand in his place and move toward the scary thing he's afraid of. The horse who wants to bolt and buck forward will end up stopping and moving backwards. In other ways of riding, he will do exactly what he wanted inside the space, which means there is no real control. In other bad ways of riding, he did not give you what you wanted in normal situations. So in a situation like that, he will do exactly what he wanted in the same exact way he wanted to do it. He wanted to do it by pulling, he will succeed. He wanted to do it while leaning, he will succeed. He wanted to do it while giving in, he will succeed, and so on.